Hello everyone. First of all, sorry for technical difficulties because there was some trouble with the stream on YouTube. So thank you if you found this one right now and you are watching me live. Uh, I hope you will watch me later for recordings in case you won't find it. So hey, my name is Roman and this is RPA Fridays session number 18. I am from Robot ICT. We are based in Czech Republic and we love to automate every process possible. And we do it using robotic process automation. And this will be another use case for robotic process automation. So if you will like this video, eventually please consider hitting the like button and subscribe to our channel. So today's showcase. Before getting to today's showcase, we have our community forum for all those who love to automate things. And now there is a contest, and you can win pretty easily this funny t-shirt. I completed an automation challenge, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Just go, links are in the video description, register for the community forum, and if there are no links, then I will add them, and search for RPA challenge. Once you do one RPA challenge, you are eligible to win a t-shirt. The contest ends by the end of September. Today's showcase is how to start processes, like robotic processes from UiPath, using different ways. I will show you how to do it. I will talk briefly about background process, and I will show you how it works, and also how we can run processes in parallel. So today it will be a lot about starting, triggering, and running processes. Also, we will check how one robot can start another one. So it will be mostly today about some ideas and about some thoughts. So not necessarily this will be about some project, small project like I usually do. This will be more about a showcase. So let's take a look on how we can actually start the process. We can do it from Studio when we do unit testing or we just run something simple, from the UiPath Assistant that comes along with Studio, or also from Orchestrator as a scheduled job or manually. Also, there are other ways like using an API call, using start job activity that's also connected to Orchestrator, or using invoke process activity, or using start parallel process activity, using a command line, using start process activity, and probably a few more ways how to start a process. And you can also combine them all together. In this video, we will keep with these four things. So let's do it. The first thing I want to show you is a little project that I have here and show you a few activities that are related to our topic today. So I have a process called blank process that I can run using invoke process activity. See, this is activity from activities workflow invoke from the category on the left. And you can use this to invoke a process from a different one. So how it works? It works in a similar way as invoke workflow, but instead of invoking a file, you invoke the whole process. However, this works with processes by their process name. So this will run process that is published. So a process that you can find in UiPath Assistant, which in my case there is blank process, and that you can identify it by its name. Also, you can change the entry point if you'd like to, and edit the input arguments if there are any arguments for the process. So the other things I will get through them just in a minute. So I just commented out them, so I don't have to put them there. So let's see. This process itself doesn't have any other activities, just this one. And the blank process is just like a simple process that does literally just pops up a window. So let's try to run it and see. It should run itself like a 18 solution process, but it will actually run the other one, which this is what it's doing. It just what it's doing, it just provides me a window and I will enter an answer. So that's one way how to do it. And there is another one, run parallel processes. So I will comment this one and uncomment this one. There are two run parallel processes, and this works only with background processes. I will show you how to do it. I mean, our blank process is not really a background one, so let's see what will happen. And this should just start the process and continue, okay? So let's see what will happen. We have two run parallel process, and this should work. Let's see what it will do. So what actually happened is that it fired up these two processes, and there is some kind of error. Foreground process is already running, so it's not able to run another parallel process while another process, a foreground process, is running, because there are two types of processes: a foreground and background process, and we will check how to distinguish them and how to set it up. But as you can see, it actually initiated but it started to run twice the same process in parallel. So let's hide this, and I believe you know what's gonna happen. Let's pick a different one. For example, I have a process called background process 01, which is doing, it's this one. It just waits 5 seconds, put a log message and beep. So background process 01, let's do it. Background process 1, and I'll put it like this, and this should fire up both of them. And both of them are background processes, not because I named them, but because I set it up like that, and I will show you how it works. So they will just start. And interesting thing about background processes, first thing that you will maybe notice is that they don't have like the window there, the little. They don't show as this green icon with themselves. So now they are beeping and repeating, and they run doing nothing really useful. So I'll stop them. So this is cool, a cool thing, and let me show you what I had there as the last thing. And that's another way that I wanted to show you that how it doesn't work. So it doesn't work like this. Oh well, actually we can try. Maybe it works like this. So you have to specify a process name and not a path to a process. Yeah, I'm getting an error. So I have to specify a process name. So this won't work, right? So if you want to run a whole process, it has to be published and on your orchestrator. So last thing that I have here is actually a thing that I will get back to it in a minute. Another thing I wanted to show you is a background process. So when you're in UiPath, you probably came across this option, new project, blah, 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 some basic things, and then there is a background process. And what it does when you create it is that it will create a process that will look quite similar, but there will be minor changes. When you look at the project and the activities that are here, and I compare it with a non-background process, you can see that there is a difference. That in the foreground process, there is this package UI automation activities that has all these activities like click, type into, and so on. And if it's a background process, it is actually not there. And instead of it, we have web API activities for some reason. Well, it makes kind of sense. So those activities like click, you won't find them in the background process. Well, eventually you can edit, right? It's just like a initial setup for background process. You can tune it, and you can turn foreground processes into background processes and vice versa. And you can do it in quite easy way how to do it. I will show you. You go to project, you click the settings, the gear button, and here in the main general first page, there is a start in background toggle. So you can use this to turn it on and off. And also when you go and publish the background process, it will actually give you a little warning, like make sure the project does not contain interactive activities. Otherwise, unexpected behavior occurs when running concurrently with other projects containing interactive activities. That means just take care. It's really background process. We won't check it. We just, give you the first idea how it works. And now it's up to you, dear developer, and you do it as you wish. So this is like a setup for background process. It's quite simple and it can be helpful. And when you turn on this start in background, then it can go parallel with other one foreground process or infinite amount of another background processes when you run it from the assistant and stuff like that. So that's first thing. Then I promised you to show you how to run things from a command line. And that's a pretty interesting thing that maybe you didn't know about it, and maybe it can be actually useful for you. So for this, I need to search a little bit in my files. So I go to my hard drive, go to users, then my user, and you can also do this. And then in app data, but if you want to see these folders, you have to actually check the hidden items here to display them in view in Windows. So in app data, I will go to local. I will search for UiPath. Where are you? And then there you have different kind of things. And what I wanted to show you is located in one of these folders that begin with app and dash and the version of the application. So when you have a new version of UiPath, there will be a new folder. So just follow the latest version, which will be, for in my case, 21.4.4. And here in this folder, search for one little thing. I'm searching for one little thing that's called uirobot.exe. So I would love to show you something about this application. So how I can trigger a nice trick, by the way, how to go with the command line to this folder, so I can run it from command line, is to click here and just type CMD. Maybe you didn't know about this little trick. And here I am in the folder. So, and I will open it twice actually. So I have two command prompts, and I will show you in one of them how it works. So there is this UI robot application. If I run it just like this, without parameters, it will give me some hints, some help what actually commands I can use, like execute, connect, disconnect. And as you can see here, it can do quite a lot of basic stuff that you are usually doing with UiPath. So when you have a need of simple commands from command line, then you can use this one. So I will go and search for execute, and execute has different secondary parameters. So that can be process and the name of the process. Again, this process has to be published. Then also, if you have the same name of the process in different folders in the orchestrator, then you can specify the folder. But what we will do is to actually go and run a file from here. So I need the path to the file. So let's go ahead and search for maybe the background process. So I'll just copy the path, and here I am where I am. I will go ahead and run UI robot execute. Is it? Am I right? Oops. Good. Execute, and then dash file, and in quotation marks, a path to the file, which will be this one. So in this way, I can run it from command line. And by the way, if you want to kill the process whilst it's running, you can do it by Control C. Let's see if it will work. Yeah. Okay. So now it's running. It's doing this beep thing, and it's not giving me any other feedback because that's all my background process is doing. So I will kill it by Control C, and this will stop it. And I will show you that we can actually run two of them also from two command lines. So here is one background process running, and here I will rerun the same as before. And now you will hear the beeping twice because this background process will start. And it's solely in the background. If I didn't know about it, then I would not know that it runs. Of course, I can take a look at the UiPath Assistant where it's visible, and I can also kill it from there. But I will kill it from the command line, Control C, Control C. Does it work? Yes. And that's it. So this is how to run a process from command line. I believe this can be pretty useful. Maybe you can write a bat file, like BAT file, with so anyone can click it and run a process. Maybe that's another way how to run processes. And in combination with that, I want to show you actually one last way how to run things. And this is actually using activity that looks really similar to other ones, and you can also find them in by a keyword process. And the activity is start process, but start process is from system application folder. So these are activities related to process like a Windows process, right? Like an app, not robotic process. Confusing, right? So you can go ahead and use start process in the same way like I did with command line. So in the first line, you specify the executable here, the executable for what you want to run. And in the second, in this argument part, you give in the argument, so execute file, and then of course I need to use double quotes because I need to have one of them, but I cannot write them since the syntax of string is not allow me to do it, then double quotes. So this is it, and I hope maybe not yet now, but soon you can find link to where to download it under the video, and you can check it out. So this is another way how to do it. If you we can check it out what process I have here, the background process. So let's run it and see if how this will work. And it will run it and it will close, so it will behave similarly like before, like the one before. So this ended up, and now the process is running in the background. Probably we can check it out with UiPath Assistant. Yeah, it runs, and it's not even there or there. So only I can only see it in Assistant. I can only stop it from Assistant. I cannot stop it from there. Maybe from the Task Manager, of course. But this is a way how to use how to hack it using the start process activity. So last funny thing I wanted to show you are my two background robots. One is opening notepads and another is closing notepads, and I believe it's pretty fun. So I created two of them, Notepad Opener or Notepad Closer. So what Notepad Opener is doing is that it will open a notepad once 5 seconds, let's say, right? So I will have a lot of notepads. So to actually fight with this one, I created another one, Notepad Closer, this one, which should start opening in the same frequency the new window. So now see, it's fun. It's always open. And so maybe let's have another robot that will help the closer to actually close all of them. So you can run them in parallel from assistant like this. You click the name, the notepad closer you want, and you click run in your session. So this is how you execute another one. So now the closing should be faster than opening, and eventually something will crash, or it will be, yeah, now all the notepads are closed really fast, and maybe one of the robots will die now anyways. By the way, did I tell you that you can ask questions that are interesting? If you're interested in something, you can ask me in the chat, if there is any chat. I'm not sure if the technical issues we had now actually allow me, but you can definitely type in comments. I will check the chat because I believe, yeah, okay, this is maybe something totally else. But I hope you found this interesting. So now all the robots actually, okay, this one failed, and this will probably fail soon because I didn't really create a strong logic there. Because once there is no notepad to close or to open, it will just cry and crash. So that's it. Okay, that's something else. So questions, and I hope you found this interesting. Sorry for the technical issues. I hope this was nice and smooth. And I want to say thank you for your attention and for your attendance. Make sure to hit the like button or subscribe and check out our community forum. Also, you can download the source code from this program in the video description. So take care. Thank you for your attention. I wish you happy automation. This was Roman and RPA Fridays, and see you next Friday.